Yeah, let's crack one open,
Oh,
boys.
I've already cracked. I'll do a pretend
just
crack.
pretend.
Right, ready.
Ready, let's go. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, guys. To Elixir.
Cheers.
To Elixir, boys.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Ding.
Right.
Give us good news.
Absolutely incredible.
You know what it tastes like? No, not it tastes like, but do you know why I like it? Fanta fruit twist a little bit. Well, it
Yeah.
is fruit twist.
Yeah.
But, oh, that's nice. 201 milligrams of caffeine.
Very specific.
I'm bloody buzzing off my tits. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
We could talk
god.
for hours.
that's good. That's nice, man. I like it.
My
I like
good
that.
lord.
Jeez.
Yeah, man.
Oh, right.
I learned a lot today, been dealing with a lot. I need to praise my way.
Cheers for coming, guys.
Thank you for
thanks
having
for
us.
I mean, I
us,
say
yeah.
coming, but it's not my studio. Like, obviously, we've all come here, but no, thank you very much. I'm curious because obviously I don't think because obviously brand's very new, but I know you guys are in the fitness space. But how did you guys actually meet? Like, what was the catalyst for that? Kind of like what was the original?
I'll
It's like a
remember this.
backstory, I guess.
Yeah, so it's quite funny to be honest. So we was both joining the Royal Navy.
Yeah.
And obviously there's a big process prior to that. You have to jump through a few hoops. And the careers office where we was doing this was in Nottingham.
Nice.
So we're just going back and forth to Nottingham doing it. And then one day you had like a pre-joining meeting, and that's where like a few potential recruits would meet up. We'd have like a big brief, and then that would be the last time we was there until we go in. And I turned up there, and there was this little Ben sat there. He had a gym T-shirt on where the gym was in Newark. So obviously I was like, and that's where we live. So I was like, oh,
Oh, yeah.
Same
I remember
place.
that.
same place. I was like, are you from Newark? He was like, yeah. So after that, I think we drove back together. That was the first time we initially met, and then after that we drove back together, we got chatting, and then we joined the Navy on the same day. Same branch, so we've literally went through the whole lot together.
Yeah, same joining day.
Yeah,
Went on the same deployment, same
Yeah.
ship.
yeah,
Left in the same week.
yeah.
And then when we left, we joined the same civvy job together on the same day, didn't
Yeah.
What's the civvy job again? Is that
we? That's like just a job in like
just a job in
not in the military, yeah, just like a normal.
Okay. And what like when people say like the Royal Navy, do they mean because you got like Marines, you got Navy, Air Force,
Yeah, and the army.
Army. So what's
Yeah.
is Navy? Is that all boats?
Yeah, so that's boats and
Do you live on
submarines.
boats,
Yeah,
then?
so we was on a ship for like the whole time we was in.
Well,
So
there's massive, absolute tankers. Like
we was on a warship, so we was on HMS Dragon for pretty much the whole time we was in. We was on
insert clip of HS Dragon like below,
Yeah.
like a picture.
It's not massive when you're on it for months.
No,
Yeah.
Oh no, I was gonna say
My
it's quite
God.
small.
Yeah, it's like living in a shoebox.
Jeez,
Innit,
how many
for a
people
bit.
live on that at one time? Like typically?
Over 100.
It's like 200 at sea.
Is they?
Yeah.
Maybe a bit less.
I don't know.
I
I might be wrong.
It seems like there's a lot.
I think
of
it
people on
can. I think it can hold if it needs to.
Yeah.
Like 200, but you probably.
Yeah, probably a little bit less.
Yeah.
It depends what you're doing. Like, it depends on the tasking because like they have
Yeah.
like different crews on there. If you're doing boardings, they have like a group of Marines on there, and they'll have like guys for like the helo and stuff. So yeah, it can,
that soon bumps the numbers up.
yeah, it can get busy
Jeez.
on there.
How long were you on that for? Like, how long were you in the Navy for? both of
So
you?
we was in the Navy probably 4.5 years. something
Oh
like
wow,
that.
so a good stint.
Yeah.
Is it? Do you have to do like? Is it a 4 year? Is it like a minimum of 4 years? Or
Yeah, so
something
it's
they
like
say?
a minimum service 4 years. Yeah, and then
What happens if you leave before? Do they shoot you or something?
Yeah, line you up.
yeah, like
never see you
firing
again.
squad.
yeah, some people do get out before for like different circumstances,
Yeah.
but yeah, usually not good circumstances. But yeah,
Jeez.
the general term is 4 years minimum, and then after that
Okay.
it's 12 months in it. 12 months notice to leave.
Okay, it's not too bad.
And then,
What anything exciting? Like any memorable moments when you were over the 4.5 years? Or
yeah, we did do some cool stuff, didn't we? We were deployed every year we was in. So
lots
saw
of countries.
saw a lot of the world. Yeah, I think the Navy's probably the main one for travelling. I don't know how much travelling like the RAF and the Army are actually doing, but
Yeah.
the Navy, they honestly they don't stop. So even during COVID, like we was deploying, weren't we? So Yeah,
Okay.
we saw a lot of countries. Went to like Ukraine and things like that. Obviously before.
Yeah, before it kicked off. Yeah, geez. Thank you.
Yes.
Prick. Bold
Yeah.
prick. Is he bold? Yeah, they're all bloody bold, aren't they?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he is, to be
So
honest.
Jeez, that's cool though. I don't think I know one other person who went into the to Navy. He was there for 8 years or something. But
Wow.
his job was to fix boats.
Oh.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
he fixed like the boats on boats, like the ones that like there's
Yeah.
a lifeguard, like the lifeboats and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
His job was like to basically make sure they were always like ready
Okay.
to go. But he's
sweet.
like really sick. He's like a sick mechanic, like really good.
Has he still got
builds-
his hair?
No,
we
he
go.
hasn't. But like his whole family's bald. Like all the guys, but all the sons. He's got like 5 sons, and
Oh,
4 of them I think lost their hair in the 20s. All of them.
Never.
Yeah,
Why did that bring it on?
because he's done 8 years like, in the
Oh.
Navy.
Why do you lose your hair?
It's just the stress. No,
Yeah.
no sleep and stress.
And then the diet's just not
Yeah,
okay.
you're eating like.
Yeah, you're drinking like water that's been, they say, it's been cleaned and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Might as
through
well
the-
drink it straight
It's
out of the
not,
ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Jeez.
You might as well drink it out of Thames.
yeah.
It's
That's
the same-
cool though. Like it's quite a
same
cool.
water.
It's cool like you like met, like in like you knew from the same place and you
Yeah.
went in the same time
Yeah,
and you
so
met there.
we're a couple of years apart, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we.
a few.
Yeah, how old are you? Are you like 30?
What?
Well, I assume.
looks
Are
it,
you older?
doesn't it?
Are you older?
I'm older, yeah.
Okay,
I'm 26, and then.
I'm 24.
But he just
Really?
looks old, doesn't he?
I've had a rough one.
No, I was gonna say like 28.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's 40. He's got kids. He's
Yeah,
got mortgage.
yeah,
older kids.
That's cool though. Yeah, same place, and then obviously went to the Navy together, and then came out at a similar time, and then
Yeah. So it came out literally like the same week, wasn't it? And then,
Yeah.
just like by chance happened to go into the same job straight after that. Obviously, we was good mates by the time we left anyway, so
yeah.
we was like, what are we going to do? We didn't really kind of leave with a plan, I wouldn't say.
No, we just stuck our chit in to get the year rolling and was like, yeah, we'll think of something in a year. We didn't.
Yeah.
What did you do then straight after that? What did you go into normal jobs or?
Yeah, construction, steel erecting.
Yeah. So I didn't have the first clue what steel erecting was when we left.
the
But your
one,
dad,
yeah, I
like,
don't know.
Yeah.
he's done it for ages. So I was like, one, what's the money like? And it was pretty good. So I was like, yeah, let's just do it. And I was like, go on then, I'll do that as well.
What, and then you kind of did that for, what year is this? Is this like 2020 something, 2021, 2022?
2022, I think.
Yeah, 20. It
Okay.
would have been. Yeah, probably the
Summer.
Yeah, summer of 2022, I would say.
Okay.
And then you literally wasn't even there long, was you?
I was there for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Not like it.
I was finding weight. I was up in the air working. I was like, I need something to happen quick. I need to get out of this. I was
Yeah.
coming out with all like ideas and stuff, and
Manifest it.
then luckily I got a message. So I was like, yeah, that's good enough for me. See you in a bit.
Interesting.
Who was message
Okay.
off?
Love Island.
Yeah, that was my next question. I'm curious about it. I don't want to like delve too much onto it because obviously it's not why we're necessarily here. But I'm curious like how do you have to apply? I'm assuming first, or do you kind of get picked? Is it like different? Because it was a while ago. Was it 2018? Was it 2019?
No, it was.
Oh wait, no, 2020.
2023. No,
Was it season 9?
2022.
No,
2023.
it would have been 2023.
Oh, so it was like last
Season
year,
9.
like
Yeah, not too long ago. 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
know.
start of 2023.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
start of 2023. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I got a message on Instagram.
So random.
I was like, so I replied. They don't say what it's for.
Do they not?
No.
They said it's like a show or something.
Yeah, something. And then you have to have a call, and then that's when they kind of say everything.
Okay.
So obviously I said yes.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, let's do this. And then I was going like back and forth to London when I was at the job. Like I was taking days off to
Yeah.
go to London and stuff. It's a long process.
Is it?
Yeah,
They
it's
do
a
like
long process.
application, health,
Yeah,
like.
sending like you have to video yourself, like why you'd be good on it.
Oh,
That was a struggle.
yeah, I suppose. Yeah, you picked me. You like,
Yeah.
why are you telling? I'm sat
That's
myself.
how I think. I think exactly like that. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
you've come to me. Why do I need to sit here and do this? But,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
everyone has to. So
Okay.
yeah, and then that was good enough for me to kind of say, listen, I'm going in. I left my job.
Ready to go. A lot of people do that, don't they? Like,
Yeah.
like Dr. Alex from like season. Like he was a doctor, was in the
yeah,
A&E
yeah.
doctor, and everyone was like, "What? Was he just left?"
Well, that's quite big though, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
It's like a proper career, like profession.
a
that,
doctor,
isn't it?
and you leave. I was just like
Yeah.
walking around side. Do you know what I mean? I was like, I could easily have gone back to it.
Yeah. It wasn't like you were like 8 years into like medicine.
No,
or something.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
literally.
mad.
5 years.
Jeez.
At uni
Fair
for
play
it, so.
though, he's committed. So
Fair play. I was gonna say I've not. I won't lie. I watched the last episode of Love Island. I watched was 2 nights ago because my mates made me watch it. And I had no idea what was going on.
Oh,
Someone
really?
called Ekin Sue or something. I don't know. She
yeah,
rested
yeah,
bitch
yeah.
face.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I forgot what did I say to my friend. I was like, how old are these girls? And she's like, 22, 23. I was like, why do they look 40? I was like,
Nah,
what's with
they're
all the
not.
filler? Like, what's with all the?
They're all this one.
I don't get
the
it.
All Stars
Older,
one.
aren't they?
They're all a little bit.
That's-
older.
yeah.
Yeah, they're all a little.
No
bit.
offense to Love Island people, but
Yeah.
yeah, we get burned, we get cancelled. Yeah, I've always been curious about it. And you were on for? Were you on it for a long time? Or I
No,
didn't watch
not
you
at
on
all.
it. No.
So I flew out there, and it was Casa Amor.
Oh, is that where you they fly the guys in, like extra guys?
I
Shake
wasn't. I
things
wasn't too keen on doing it, but at the time, you know, when you get the offer, you get the phone call that you're like, yes or no. You're like, you're not going to say no. So I was
Say
like, yeah,
yeah,
go on
work
in.
it
But I
out.
wasn't too happy with it. But it is what it is. And then I got out there, went in, and I was like, kind of, you fake it, kind of like, oh yeah, I'm confident. They're asking, yeah, you all right and everything. Like how you getting on? Like, yeah, I'm sweet, I'm confident. You're not at all.
Well,
I
yeah,
wasn't
you shoot
anyway.
yourself because it's like
Yeah.
you're gonna go
Yeah.
meet how many people? Like 20 people or something.
Well, no, the girls split up. So girls and boys split up. So there was
Okay.
like, I don't know, 6, 7 girls.
Okay.
And then I was half confident, like building up to it. And then as soon as it got to the point of walking through the door, oh my god!
You have to walk. So when you walk, you have to like walk
Yeah,
in.
walk
and
in.
you've got cameras on you and stuff.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was. I bottled it.
Is it like is what's the word? Is it like can you see like the camera crew and stuff like in the bushes?
They
and it's,
try
like,
their best to hide, but like,
and, like at the pool,
Yeah.
like with
Yeah,
the camera. Because
just popping out
sometimes,
the water.
yeah. So it's not like you feel like you're completely like away from the rest of the world. Like you know things going
Yeah,
on. Like
you know
you hear
there's
like
people
the
there.
old rustling, like in a bush
yeah,
or something.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely, you do hear rustling.
Okay.
Like most of the cameras are set up and stuff, like where they can
Nice.
just be left alone. But then, like other ones, there is people walking around with cameras.
Yeah,
Like
we'll go for a
they'll
chat.
just slide a door open and then like plonk a camera there, and you're like, oh.
yeah.
No, that was cool. And then,
chat.
I guess you were on it for a bit, and then you got out, and then was this kind of where you were like, what next? And then,
Oh.
'cause what were you doing? What were you doing at the time? Were you
So I was still working on site
still
for,
working,
while
okay.
while Ryan was in there.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I was stuck in there
Yeah.
still. But yeah, when you came out, it was obviously like reunited, I guess, back after a while. I mean, you went in there for a crazy long time, so we missed a lot. But then it was. Well, you're still doing stuff though, weren't you? You were still like going off places. Obviously, you did the
Well,
fashion week stuff.
Yeah. So after that, obviously, I'd not gone back to work. I think I was on the train back from Heathrow, and my old boss rang me. He's like, "Oh, you coming back to work then?" And I was like,
Nah,
"No,
definitely not.
no way." And to be honest, I was 20, 22.
2 years ago.
Yeah, I was 22, and obviously, I was still like very much like, what is it? Not childish, but like you got a lot to that you want to get out your system. So I was buzzing. I was like, nah, there's no way I'm going back to work. So that summer was just an absolute madness.
Newfound fame.
I did all sorts.
go, like traveling?
all
Busy
sorts.
year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Luckily, me and Ben, when we was in the Navy, we saved up being away, and then we flipped a house together.
Oh,
Yeah, I
nice.
forgot about that actually.
So obviously saving up in the Navy, coming out into a decent job for, I know it was for 3 months, but then we flipped a house. So I was all right, and I was like, nah, I'm not going back to work. I'm going to kind of have a bit of fun with this.
See what happens. Yeah.
And I just went nuts all summer.
Yeah, it was probably the best thing though, like not having to go back to work because you could focus on like a different career that
Yeah.
wasn't going. I
Yeah.
feel like if you went back into going on site, you kind of get stuck in that. Like,
Yeah, and then like familiarity and you're like, oh, it's comfortable.
I'm
and then,
safe now. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? Sometimes people get into like jobs for like 5-10 years, and it's like they get to like 50s and it's oh, I'll try something new, and they realise they
Yeah.
spent 20 years at a company they hate it,
Yeah.
but it's just because
Yeah.
they're like kids, and it's like, well, it's always when the next kid goes to college,
If
you're
you
like,
haven't
no.
got much
Yeah.
if you haven't got much behind you, you can't really. It is risky, and not many people want to take risks. Because
no, of course,
you
not, yeah.
might not like you just get one shot at it, and you're like, oh, that didn't work. Now I'm absolutely skint.
Yeah, it's oh, no, I know what you mean. Like you said, like you worked like really hard, and you kind of had that off period, and then you obviously you were still working, and then I guess was that kind of the point where you're like, well, we want to try something new. So I guess for me, I'm curious like how the brand started, kind of like the.
Yeah.
Or
So
why was it? Who's that? Was it like who came up with the name? Like, was it like some inspiration from something or?
it was definitely a joint thing, but we was when obviously Ryan came back from Love Island and we'd like everything had settled down a little bit, we already knew that we kind of wanted our own thing and wanted to, we was always like sort of obviously from flipping the house and stuff, we wanted to do our own thing and make our own money and work for ourselves. We were never really that good as employees, I wouldn't say.
No.
But yeah, so obviously when we was reunited, obviously we was massively into the gym, anything fitness, health related, it was like our bag. We was going to like all the fitness expos and things like that. So it was like, and obviously when we was in the Navy and even afterwards, it was like drinking pre-workout, drinking energy drinks all the time. It's like you just needed it, especially on ship because you weren't getting any sleep. Like you just needed some sort of energy just to be able to get down the gym and
get to the gym and get something.
Oh, I was gonna say, was the gym on the ship?
Yeah, it was a bit
was
like
it a bit crap or?
It was a bit minimal, and obviously
I've definitely seen worse like onshore gyms.
What, like
hotel gyms and stuff?
Hotel gyms, or like there's like an elliptical and maybe a treadmill, and one dumbbell, and then like all two dumbbells,
one
on
like
different
brightly coloured
weights.
dumbbell.
Everything's written off like needs repairing. Repairing.
Oh yeah, so it was. Yeah, I've definitely seen worse, but no, it was all right. It wasn't too bad, but obviously working out at sea, obviously the ship's going like bouncing all over, and you're trying to lift weights, like it's just near. It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we was like obviously tired from work, so we was like trying to get down to the gym. So we was drinking pre-workout, and like when we came out, and obviously we was still doing that, we was like, you know what, why don't we just make it? We could make a better one because we were like looking into it and looking into what was actually in it, and we became more interested in like health and supplements and things like that. So it was like, we know what works for us especially. So we got a lot of advice from like nutritionists and experts in that sort of field as well. And we was like, why don't we want something of our own anyway, and we want to make this better. So let's just go all in and do it.
Yeah, made sense, didn't it?
Yeah, so we was obviously something we was passionate about, so we thought, why not just go all in? I mean, the biggest problem was, how the hell did you start your own energy drink?
I was gonna say, because people, I mean, it's not. I mean, I suppose you have to have you want to start obviously a bit of capital. You want to start an idea, and then I guess you kind of build it out from like a logo, to a name, to then we need a supplier, flavors, what color the brand, like obviously what color the can's gonna look like. Is it gonna be can? Is it gonna be a bottle? Because I guess you had these questions. You were like, is it gonna be a small bottle? Is it gonna be a big can? Is it gonna be a small can? Because obviously we were talking earlier about Trip and Red Bull, and a lot of the cans you see on the shelves are very similar in terms of like the size and texture and the feel. Have you heard of Perfect Ted?
Yes, the matcha one.
Yeah, matcha one. And I mean, I think they're good because the branding's good. Because like, I don't slate Perfect Ted, but it is. I feel like unless you're in like a certain flavor, it's not. Forever. It's the kind of thing you wouldn't drink for a pre-workout. It's more of like a mindful, like tonic kind of style version. And I feel like their personal brand and the way they come across on social media makes them a lot more beloved, and obviously people more aware of them, probably because they've not seen it on a shelf. They've probably seen it on Instagram. Or
they hit a pretty good market with the matcha. I feel like matcha is getting really popular there.
I've never had one still.
Have you not?
No. Penny keeps trying to get them down. I'm like, it's not coffee. It's not
doesn't
coffee.
Look good, does it?
It looks like green shit. Like, what is it?
It tastes a little
is it
bit
coffee?
like. I don't honestly have no idea what it is. So if anyone out there knows what it is, please let us know.
We'll find out.
Yeah. It just tastes like grass. But it wasn't bad.
It's not bad.
No, I had my first one like the other day, and it was okay.
It's okay. Yeah, I've had like one or two cans, but it's there's a lot of different stuff out there. And you go into Tesco, meal deal. There's like 30 types of drinks. Usually it's a bottle of water or a Coke Zero. It's just easy, isn't it? You almost don't want to try something different. No. So I guess you almost have to convince people to try something they're not used to, not seeing. Which is kind of why branding's important, colours.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that is a big struggle trying it, because people do get like, they just stick to what they know.
Too much stimulation, it's too much overstimulation. It's like way too much choice and stuff.
And trying to get them away from that to at least try something else, like for like a few times, not even just once, so they keep trying it a few times, and then they get locked in on that. It's very difficult.
Yeah, especially if it's not like a trending product, like there's those out there that go viral, and it's like if everyone starts seeing it, they're like, oh right, I'll try that.
Literally.
You already like cancel out that inertia of getting people to try it and building it up.
The hype's already there. It's like banana brain lockdown, ice coffee lockdown, and then don't worry about it. And then I guess like you said, like Perfect Ted, I know they got sponsored by that running guy, didn't they? Ross something. The guy was on like Steve Bartlett's pod.
Oh, the guy that did the Africa thing.
Yeah.
What's his name? That
Ross.
hardest geezer guy.
Ross something. It's called is he called Ross? I suppose
don't
it's called
know.
a
I only know it
geezer
was
there.
hardest geezer.
But again, like a brand advocate for the like, and again, that's another reason why brands do well, because they have influencers and micro influencers, and
I'm pretty sure they had something to do with. I think they do something with Stephen Bartlett because they was on Dragon's Den, weren't they?
yeah. I think they did the what did he do? Because he's sponsored by Yule now
Yes,
as well,
yeah,
and then Perfect Head as well, which is cool. But it makes sense because it's, he's a runner,
Yeah,
needs
it does.
energy,
Yeah.
which kind of leads on to kind of like what, marketing's really important, branding's really important, but, and obviously I'm not expecting to give away all your secrets, but is like when you look at branding and like the growth of Elixr, do you say Elixr Energy? Because I've been saying Elixr.
Say Elixir.
Is
Elixir,
that right?
yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Are you like utilizing influencers in like your marketing? Are you you reaching out to brands to see if you can kind of, go to events or functions and try and like get your brand out there? Is that kind of stuff you're working on at the moment?
We're doing a little bit of all of that at the
All
minute,
sorts,
and
yeah.
kind of to start with, we was testing the water with like every avenue just to see which one was going to push the brand the furthest and get the right audience, because we've obviously got a demographic and we want to be feeding into that rather than sort of spreading ourselves too thinly. But yeah, what do you think was kind of the best sort of avenue? Obviously, social media.
Social media is good, but we need to, I'm quite fussy with who we use. I do want to see it all over social media, but people have quality followers, and say if I just send it to a girl that does like makeup tutorials,
She's got 400k followers.
Yeah,
or
she's got
something,
loads of followers. I know that the number looks nice, but them
they the right
followers,
followers?
they're not the right ones, I don't think.
Yeah,
But
you
then
don't-
again,
yeah.
it's up more. It's 400k. Like
Yeah,
people seeing
you
it, so
sort
it's
of
hard, but-
dilute the brand with not authenticity, I guess, because you're like the third or fourth person who has like a new brand or like a drinks or food brand who said the same thing. Well, I'm like, why don't you just send it to like Eddie Hall or to Ross Edgley? And he's like, oh, I like them. I like them, but people who follow the brand might not like them. They're like, why have you done that with him? Like, makes no sense.
Yeah.
And we all seen brand collabs that make no sense.
Yeah.
You know, where
Oh,
it's just they
1000%.
obviously just know they're getting money. Like
Yeah.
Brad
Yeah.
Pitt for what's it called, that coffee brand or something, like it's just Nescafe or whatever it's called. It's like he's getting paid like 100. Like he probably doesn't even drink potted coffee.
yeah,
it's
Man
just
probably
a
has a
famous face.
barista in his house. Like it just, so I think it's very you want to almost be authentic with the branding, and it's very important. Like, obviously authenticity at the moment it's like very, very important. People see through the bullshit a lot.
We're quite open. We want to be quite open with like the sort of the behind the scenes and things like that, because we are just two normal people that decided to start their own business. So
I want to build it like naturally as well, like obviously using behind the scenes and stuff like that, because me personally, and I think a lot of people are the same, like I think it's going out the window, like influencers and stuff, like like this drink and stuff. Everyone's aware now that you don't really care about it, you don't really drink it.
And you can tell when people when they've got like they've promoted 30 different brands in a week.
They've
it's
got
like,
it's
my favourite brand is like, bro.
you said that like last week.
They've got a ring light on them, like you can see there's a ring light on them.
Yeah,
They just sit there like that with a can. It's like,
I do that, to be fair. You see, I was like, try this. I mean, I don't know ads for erectile dysfunction. Like, I didn't know people. I didn't know there were ads, and my friend was like, "You ever erectile?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Well, me and my wife saw it," and I was like, "Fuck."
never.
But yeah, I was like, they put on ads.
How did that come about?
I just do UGC and stuff. Like UGC
fairs.
content for like space goods and
Okay,
Holland and Barrett stuff. But yeah, they were like
pretty sick actually.
But then the thing is, they were like, my mate was like, at least they paid you. I was like, yeah, 65 quid. And I was like, he's like, you sold yourself for 65 pounds. I was like,
Yeah,
Well, and you had to give an honest review, so you had to put it to the test.
No. It was just like a voice thing. I ain't got erectile dysfunction, by the way. Just so anyone's listening. That's all working fine. I got problems, but that's fine. That's doing okay.
That's not one of them.
That's not one of them. Not at the moment, anyway. But yeah, no, I've lost my train of thought now. But what was I saying?
About like influencers,
just like plugging everything.
Authenticity, yeah. So I suppose you kind of want to reach out to. I suppose in terms of the actual drink, it's people like runners, high rocks, CrossFit, like high performance athletes. People like the George Heatons of the world, the Ross Edgleys, the Max,
definitely.
those kind of people.
Yeah, they're definitely sort of target, and I'd be more than happy to send it. Another thing with the fitness space is, because it's such a massive thing, like influencer marketing, near enough everyone is sponsored by someone. So when you're a new brand trying to get somebody else to promote it, they're usually, if they're anybody, if they've got a decent following, they're already sponsored by someone. Somebody's already got in there and
Like Gymshark
sponsored.
or like
Yeah,
or you mean like drinks
like
brands?
supplements?
Yeah.
I won't name any of the competitors.
No.
We haven't really got any competition.
As I
But-
say, I'm racking off all these names. You're like, oh shit. He's like-
So yeah, that's a tricky one, but
Okay.
obviously there is people that still do it, and not everyone's exclusive. So, but yeah, it's nice for the brand to sort of speak for itself rather than feeling like you've got to just plug it everywhere. But it is what it is. You're gonna have to get people to share it to get the name out there. So we don't.
Do you want like to have dedicated like Elixir athletes, or
It would be good. It's
to have
definitely
like a selection of like like 5 or 10 people where it's just them.
Yeah.
Kind of promote it
I
and
don't
it's-
think we're too far away from that, to be honest. I think we'd start off with affiliates.
Yeah.
Definitely like non-exclusive stuff like that. Just sending them drinks.
Like UGC stuff, like asking them to like do an honest review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of put them on like a monthly running thing where we supply them.
with the
drinks
product.
each month, and then they just make the content with it and stuff. And
That's
then
good,
obviously they have our name in their bio.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna do, definitely. And I don't, like I said, I don't think we're too far away from that. And I think that would be cool because that's like to me that's a big thing to do. That'd be cool to do.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think I don't think it'd be long to move on to like the athlete thing, but
No.
yeah, then obviously it just depends how obviously how fast the brand scales and where we decide to move with it, but it definitely be an option for the future for sure.
I was gonna say you stocked. I saw the other day you stocked in Muscle Work. Is it
Yeah,
Muscle
so we
Works?
decided sort of like in December, wasn't it? We decided to go on this like, especially like January. Obviously, this new January health kick, New Year,
Yeah,
new me
yeah,
stuff.
it's a good time to start it.
We were trying to target London like specifically, so luckily we was quite fortunate with some good contacts in London. So we're trying to move into some good gyms, which obviously Muscle Works. We've just got Absolute Gym in Essex. I know they've got quite a few gyms. We're going to go see some this weekend as well, which is great. But the more that they're seeing us in these like gyms with some great names, I think we're trying to do some stuff with Ultraflex as well. I know that's not London. In fact, actually, I think they might have one in London now.
Probably, it's quite a big.
Yeah, they're quite.
It's one in Leeds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the Midlands and like Northern England.
Didn't like Dave from Vanquish, Dave trains?
Yes, I think he trains.
Yeah, you think he trains? That's the only reason I know it because he mentioned it. But yeah, I suppose like gyms is a good niche. I was gonna say, well, not niche, but it's a good target market because obviously that's where.
Yeah, 1,000%. One of the things
People who
with drinks as well, and I do it as well, is buying a drink online. Like, I wouldn't necessarily do it, even though it's great and everyone should do it. It's more, I find it more of an impulse buy. When you go into a gym, you need some pre-workout, you need energy. If it's there and readily available, more people are going to purchase it.
That's true. Actually, I actually bought a knocker in Muscle Work, and I was like, I didn't want a knocker. I wanted a Red Bull, and I was just like,
didn't
I definitely think it's a better idea to buy the drinks online because then they're at your house. It works out cheaper.
Yeah.
But I do understand that. I'm the same sometimes as well. Like you just want to turn up to the gym and you're like, right, I'll have it there. Yeah. So it is definitely cheaper and easier to buy the box online and have it at your house and just like keep taking it to the gym. But then I also want to be like accessible to everyone that doesn't want to do that. So I don't like because at the minute people feel like, for us to get this drink we need to order boxes. Or I want them to feel like, I can just go to the gym and it's stock there.
Yeah, it's like 25, almost like saying. It's all people more like to spend like £2 than as opposed to £25 on a.
Yeah, literally.
I don't know how much you price cans, but like, it's like you're not going to say unless you're like one of those people who plan ahead.
Yeah.
Bulk buy. I mean, I've done it sometimes where I've like bulk buy like Monster or like
and
grenade bars or something.
It works well.
And it's like I've saved, and you work out you've saved like instead of spending £2.50 in a vending machine, you spend like £1.20. And if you drink them every day. It makes sense. You do
like you're not messing around at like the shop.
You do it with anything else.
It's like this old boy math, girl math thing. Like if I spend £2 every day, it's cheaper than me spending $23.99.
But like most people aren't like that savvy with their thinking. Most people are just they probably save a lot more money if they actually were smart with it. But I feel like the people who are the kind of people who drink it are like the people who you see on their Instagram story and they open the fridge and it's just like 50 cans of that, or it's like they've got all like the protein cupboards like it's all like laid and stacked to the vitamins are all like like they've got some vitamins for like till like 2050 that they have to worry about anything. I had that problem because I had the gummies for everything and unfortunately I treat them like sweets, so I'm racking like 5 gummies of magnesium, 5,000 milligrams. I'm like, no wonder I can't sleep. And I got those I need to start naming I'm freaking keep naming brands now, don't I? Overload.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
They're not competitors. Though. No. So it's okay. Is that creatine?
Yeah,
Creatine, is it?
yeah. They do like creatine
Absolutely
supplements,
banging. I had like it says 3, no more than 3 a day, and I'm having like 6 of each flavour.
No
I'm
way.
like in the car eating them, and I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, I'd probably be the same. It's easily done.
Creatine
It
overload.
They taste good.
Nice,
They taste good, but I think like the actual, you know, what you're actually getting from it is beneficial. So if you can make it easier for people to have, where like, you know, drink like I mean, that's a lot of caffeine. So it's like what, 3 espressos worth? Is it 2 espressos worth? I don't know.
Yeah. So what's the average coffee like? 90.
80, 90, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. So it's over 2 like so.
Yeah, just
then
over 2.
To have like 2
normal
espressos, sometimes it's time consuming.
Yeah.
It's maybe not as enjoyable. I mean,
Oh,
I don't
not
like,
at all.
I don't like espresso. Only like when you go to Italy and you have to like with a little cup.
Yeah.
But you know, like 5 sugars. But then I feel like this is like something that it's easy to buy. It's accessible. It looks good.
Yeah.
You might, and then also, and it tastes good. Like it actually does, and it's got beta-alanine. I can't never say that.
Beta-alanine. Yeah.
A dry scoop that I thought gives me a mash skin.
Yeah,
like,
the
it
tingles.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, absolutely smash.
We've had some mixed reviews on beta-alanine for like not as in like positive and negative, but like people getting the tingles and people not. It just depends on like.
Oh really? For
Depends on-
these?
Yeah. So we've got beta-alanine in it, and we've got like a decent dose in there. So obviously it is a beneficial supplement. But yeah, a lot of people are like. We have like a 50-50. Some people go, oh, we don't really get the tingles, which is fine because not everyone likes that sort of thing.
Built different.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But it's all dependent on like what you're eating, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, no, that was definitely something we went like lent into was like supplements. We wanted to make it like perfect, which is one of the reasons why we've got a high caffeine amount, but we've paired it up with some other stuff that. So one of the ingredients in there that we've got in there is L-theanine.
That's my favourite supplement.
Yeah.
Is it?
So I feel like not many people seem to
I don't know much about
look
that.
into it. Yeah, so it comes from a lot of places, but the main one is green tea. It comes from green tea extract.
Nice.
Now the key benefits of it are, one is cognitive function, so staying focused, things like that, brain function, which is great if you're in the gym or whatever you're up to. You need energy. Energy's cool, but if you can't focus on anything, then what's the point of having all the energy? But the other thing is it mitigates the negative side effects of caffeine. So the jitters that come down. So we can afford to put that little bit of extra caffeine in there because we've paired it with the L-theanine. And there's some good studies out there about it, about pairing them two together. So it's why we put them in there together so we can allow for that little bit of extra caffeine. Because you see pre-workouts and stuff, they're absolutely rammed full of caffeine, but it's like, you're just like that's a lot of caffeine.
To be honest, it didn't just decides now. Like, when you're having one a day.
Oh, I'm like, yeah.
I have them at 10 o'clock and I go to the gym late, like 10, like 11, and I like put on my story and my coach can see like little kind of like monster saying. My coach is just like, no wonder you tell me you can't sleep.
Yeah.
Because he's like, you haven't 300 milligrams of caffeine at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
No wonder you can't get sleep till 3 a.m. But to be honest, I don't notice it as much. Like, I now drink coffee for more just the taste and the just like
benefits,
someone's like, I just want like a drink. I'm like, I'll have tea or whatever. But it didn't do anything to me. Like, to be honest, I'd have to have like 5 or 6. But
if you're having it every day, you definitely build up a tolerance.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's like anything though, isn't it? Like paracetamol or coke or. We don't do drugs here. I've lost my train of thought again. Jeez, I have to cut some of this stuff out. Erectile dysfunction. Coke. What else are we talking about?
Good party, that is.
They both go hand in hand, actually. I know that I know that, but
Nah, me neither.
I've been told. What was who like came up with the flavors? Because I'm always interested. Like,
that was a sick day.
Because I was gonna say, 'cause you have to try it and stuff. I've seen people when they do like the mixing tests and like they go to like labs and it's like I think I've seen a picture of you guys in a lab or something with like coats on or something.
Yeah.
And you have to
We've
try
been trying
suppliers.
we tried our hardest to like document it, like the process, and we've got tons of content. But yeah, it's on our social media, like the process to starting it. What was it? The trial production, everything like that.
Yeah, we tried to film as much as we could, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think it is on the socials.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, that was so sick. So we went there one day. We turned up there. It was all laid out. They had, I don't know how many flavors there was, because we kind of said like we gave them a lot of information. We said, right, we want this flavor, this flavor, this flavor, and they just brought loads.
Yeah. He was like, it's easy for you to give us like a big bank of different flavors, and then we can just narrow it down on the day, rather than you picking 3 that you think you'll like, and then if you don't like one of them, then we've got to go back to the drawing board. So if you get a load, you can pick from that sort of bank. So yeah, there was quite a few on the table at the time.
Yeah, we whittled it down, and then kind of took like 6 flavors home.
Yeah.
And then we was just like weeks. We was just letting people try it, getting opinions. We was trying it.
A focus group kind of style.
Yeah.
I think I did it with my family. I just got everyone to sit down, like kind of like blind to the flavors, and I was
That's
like,
cool,
right, here's a little
yeah.
notepad, like write down what you like, what you don't like,
Yeah.
what flavor you think it is.
Fruit twist.
Yeah. So and then we whittled it down even more. But and then on top of that, you can tweak the flavors that you've gone for. They could like, oh, do you want any more of this? Do you want any of this taken out?
Oh.
Do you want it to taste more raspberry or something like? You can tweak each flavor like so minutely to make it perfect.
That'd be crazy. I never know how to get it right. It's like
it's hard.
It was hard. I think when, for the most part, most of them were like almost there when we got given them. We didn't have to, we was quite lucky. We didn't have to tweak them all that much, but we did tweak them just to make, because we wanted it to be perfect. Like
yeah.
Drinks are cool, but if it doesn't taste good, no one's gonna want to drink it.
I suppose the benefit of being able to tweak flavors like that is like in a year's time, if you want to bring out like a special edition, it could be like the non-caffeine version or the I don't know, the
Suck that.
yeah, I was gonna say, I was crazy, like double caffeine version. You know what I mean? Like this will make you shit your pants. Like don't have this in a cigarette, you will shit yourself. Like, and I feel
Breakfast.
like literally. But I'm like, what? I suppose you can then bring out like extra stuff. You could be like, we've taken, like Coke, so we've taken out the aspartame or whatever. You know what I mean? Like little things like that, little tweaks here and there.
Yeah, there's so much to it. Like you can literally change everything about it. That was one of the things that obviously we didn't know when we started it, like how much you can actually change everything from like how fizzy it is to how.
You can change that.
Yeah. So you
What,
change
in terms of like the
carbonation
That's the
level.
carbonation.
Yeah. So we did that on the production day, and you're sampling it all at different carbonation levels to find out what you want, which was one of the things that we wanted to make our own as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because obviously when you're drinking like a can of something fizzy, it's like it's too fizzy, isn't it? Like when it's in your stomach, it's like too gassy, and it's like I can't go and work out on that.
And also they fit. I've noticed this with like some drinks I bought, or like cup holders, or like coffee holders. You put portable. They don't fit. They don't fit in the car.
Yeah.
In the car.
Oh, do
when
they?
I've been driving, the amount of times my coffee's like spilt because the things are oval, and I've turned too fast. I drive like an idiot, but like I turn too fast, and the coffee just goes like everywhere,
on the passenger window,
literally all over. Like literally, I'm trying to drive, like hold it, my steering wheel. Like that, so yeah, it's like bite-sized fun, and also, girls will probably prefer to drink it. I don't know. I feel like girls don't want to.
We don't want to leave them out. Do you know what I mean?
No, exactly. I feel like Hannah Rain is a bit. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's right.
Big old can.
Yeah, it's just like it's nice. It's like a nicer. It's like a bit more. I don't want to say it's feminine brand because it's not, but well,
It just
maybe
makes
it is,
sense.
It's unisex. that's the
We
word.
thought about
Unisex.
everything. We thought about everything. Like again, was a lot of like what we're into, and I just think like C4 Rain way too much.
Yeah.
Carbonation levels too high.
Yeah.
Too much liquid.
Weird flavors.
So that's why we just went for a smaller can, 330 milliliter. Carbonation levels drop just slightly. Perfect.
Yeah.
Works perfect.
It is perfect.
Perfecto.
Yeah. Perfected it.
Who came up with the names then? Like he said like fruit twist. What is it? Fruit twist mixed
Fruit twist, mixed berry, peach and raspberry.
peach and raspberry. I want to try peach and raspberry.
Yeah,
I'm not being a peach guy, but like, you know what? I'll try it.
Yeah.
I'll try it. I mean,
It is
I'm
banging,
just so
to be fair.
caffeinated
Have you finished
today.
that one?
Almost.
Oh, roll into the
I'm just
next.
going to chuck you one. I was just gonna
You can do. Yeah, you gotta try. We'll try. I should do some raspberry. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh.
You'll be so caffeinated. Such a good noise, that, isn't it?
Ooh, it's quite.
Get the full experience.
Oh shit, man. I'm buzzing off my tits, honestly.
Yeah.
That's my third drink today. Like, it's not even lunchtime.
This podcast is going to go forever. No, never going to stop.
I've got a couple more questions, obviously, for you guys. What you obviously mentioned about the fitness industry, the fitness world. I think there's like some crazy stat. It's like valued at 5 billion now. In like 5 years, it's gonna be like 30 billion or something crazy. It's gonna like exponentially. I probably made those numbers up. Someone correct me. But the fitness, it's just blowing up. You can see it a lot with sober bars popping up. Ice bath. My friend this morning, ice bath, and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was like 8 o'clock, and he's like, "We're gonna do ice bath and sauna together." And I was just like, "What?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Is this what you were drinking last night?" He's like, "Yeah." And I'm there for my 4th glass of Rioja, and he's like, "Now we're going to bed at 11." I'm like, "Great." And then like all these things, like people like running clubs, High Rocks has taken over.
It's massive.
I'm trying to think what else is popping off.
I feel like the running space is just taking off
Yeah.
as well. Everyone's into. Yeah, you said run clubs actually. Yeah,
But like
as well.
the things like people, brands like Pure Sport represent where they're like getting people together. Like it's all about community, it's about brand. But that's all being built through brand.
Yeah.
I suppose it's like, you know, like the Representatives brand, they are a clothing brand, but yeah, they've managed to get hundreds and hundreds of people together in Manchester on a Sunday morning to go run.
Yeah.
Because their running clothes have created like that community and culture of being like, you want to wear it because you want to buy it to run in because you want to be able to meet other people. And the people have now said like running clubs are like the new dating scene, and like where you know, you see the certain people and then you're like, oh, she got the new Salomons or something like. Do you know what I mean? Like, or like, oh, she got those new Gymshark shorts or whatever. But and I think it's obviously going skyrocketing. So I guess you're almost entering the space at like a really good time, and I think the way it's moving, do you have like, obviously how we can say it, but do you have like any grand plans for
We've got some
kind of see where things are going, or do you kind of using that momentum to kind of for the brand in terms of like growing it? Or
definitely, it's definitely a big point on where the fitness space is going, because obviously it's the industry we're in. We have got some grand plans, especially for this year. I won't say too much about what we're up to, because we've got some very interesting things coming up. But yeah, we want to be in. We don't want to spread it, like I said earlier. We don't want to spread ourselves too thin. But anything fitness, like High Rocks, running, everything, we kind of want to be that name that everyone just thinks of for pre-workout or for energy.
Like having your brand on like the High Rocks banners that are the side.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. Yeah, that'd be cool. And obviously,
Yeah.
High Rocks being a hot topic right now. Even I've considered doing one, which I never thought I'd ever do. But
Really,
Tried to rope me into it.
yeah, I don't whether we actually will or not.
I don't
Probably
get
not.
the appeal, man. I think I like it for like the fact people are coming together and like watching the mates and stuff. And I'm actually filming some High Rock stuff in a couple of weeks, and you know it's good. It's great content.
Yeah.
But I just don't have any desire to like row a marathon or ski like I just don't. I don't really see. I think the weight part of it's cool.
Yeah.
And I like the fact you can like do mixed pairs, or you know, so if
Yeah.
you want to do it with your girlfriend, she's really good at running and like rowing, and then you want to lift the barbell or whatever. And I think that's quite nice, but. Some absolute bellends out there. I feel like. It's like
Some people just take it way too
people are
seriously.
like it's like people who have like entrepreneur or CEO in the bio.
Yeah.
And they own a clothing company started 4 years ago, and they've not sold a single t-shirt. Or it's like they have High Rocks in the bio.
Yeah,
I'm like,
High Rocks athlete.
Oh, no.
Hybrid.
And that's it. I hate
Hybrid
it.
athlete. That's
I'm like,
like
you're not.
everyone
I'm
nowadays.
like, what's this athlete thing? Like, you've got 4,000 followers, man, and like you go running once a week. You're not an athlete. Like, I'm gonna get cancelled for all this. I don't care. Yeah, it pisses me off, man. But it's a good space. I think
Triggered something there.
Yeah, sorry. I know it's the. This is I'm sweating. I know it's really warm in here, to be fair. Yeah, the space at the moment is like in a good space, like good place, and I think you've probably hit the market.
Yeah.
Because are you a year in, 2 years in now? Not even a year.
No, so we're what, nearly 4 months in.
Yeah.
You're only 4 months in?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and we're
Oh my life.
Do you know what
All
the plans
over.
we've got this year as well? Like what's happening and stuff is for 4 months is absolutely mental.
I wish we could say, because it's actually so
I
exciting.
just don't want it to fall through and then it.
No, don't jinx it. I don't know. Yeah, don't want to do that. You tell
so
everyone if
sick.
it happens. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
absolutely mad. Like, just definitely keep an eye out for the name, because it is gonna be everywhere. And I'm not just saying that to like big it up, but
No.
like some of the plans that we've got for 2025 are just crazy. I wish we could. Yeah, I find it hard not to tell it, not to say anything.
Yeah.
because it's
Like maybe like your mum or something, or like
Yeah.
someone who's on social media, like your nan or something.
even when I tell
she
mum, I'm like, oh, don't say anything, because like
Yeah.
one, in case something doesn't come off, and then it's like, oh, you just said you was doing that, but like it's just so exciting, and I didn't think. Well, we've got very lucky with some stuff, and I just think it's mad where
Do
the
you know
brand's
what
going.
Brand as well. His brand's doing so well just off just networking and people you know and meet.
Yeah, that was a big thing for us.
That's
It's
how most of it's built as well.
yeah,
Networking.
yeah.
Yeah, big time.
I love networking as well. It's probably one of my favourite things about starting our own business, is being able to network with just interesting people, like-minded people. I love it. I think it's so interesting.
I kind of used to like do it by accident, like going to all these things, and like I was just going to like attend somewhere, like events and stuff. But now I've got this and stuff, I really like do dial in with. That sounds mad, like dialing in with like networking.
No, but you got like a
do you know what
reason.
I mean?
You've always got like a reason.
Yeah.
You feel
Yeah.
like
Do
you
it
deserve,
even
obviously
more.
deserve to be there because
Yeah.
you've got something to like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not just there to like observe. You're there to
Yeah.
actually participate almost.
You
Where
almost feel like you've
yeah.
got something to offer as well now.
Yeah,
because networking, obviously, it's cool to meet people. You both kind of got an agenda when you're networking. Like, I feel like that's the case, but now we've got something to offer and like a name behind us, and we're trying to build this brand. I think it's just even cooler.
Yeah, a lot of people want to help you. Like, if you go to like an event and you have a bit about you, you turn up, you go and shake someone's hand, whatever, go and introduce yourself and stuff, and then like you get talking. A lot of people do want to help you, but if you like turn up there and you're like an introvert and you just don't make anything of it,
it's hard.
Miss out on some. Yeah, I know it's hard, but you'll miss out on some crazy opportunity because, like you say earlier, we've been lucky. Like some of the stuff that like we've had a hand with and opportunities, it's nuts, and it's all from networking.
Yeah, I think it is really valuable, and just being genuine. Like we haven't gone out there and tried to like big the brand up or say some crazy stuff to try and get people on board, but just being genuine with your plans and telling them what our vision is, and just I think a lot goes to being said about being likable. If you're likable, or just try and be likable.
I literally say this all the time. I always say, if I have kids, if I want kids, but get a dog first. But
Carry on taking them tablets she was sponsoring as well.
it's not sponsored. They didn't fucking pay me way more. I forgot what I was going to say. I'm gonna keep forgetting what I was going to say, girl. Jeez.
What about if you had kids or something?
Yes, if I had kids, I always say, if I had kids, I don't care if like they're geniuses or they're like really good at football. Obviously, it'd be cool if they could like be like a Thai boxing expert or like really good at football. But I'm like, if I want them to be likable, because there's nothing worse than like they teach like when you some people just like some kids just like. You prick. I don't care if you fall. You just know they're an arsehole.
You're gonna grow up to be a prick.
and they do. And I'm like, I want my being like a likability is such an important thing. It does more for you than most other things. Like it does more than like charm or like being smart or being able to. You could be a really really good talker. A lot of like CEOs, business owners, entrepreneurs, very good at talking. But then you'll come across as like arrogant. Like it's a balance.
Talk too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Being able to like read the room and being like self-aware of how you're coming across is definitely
and being authentic, like not going into like just because you're confident and like you might be a little bit like charming or funny. It's like you're not trying to be cocky and arrogant. Like
that's the thing, man.
Be humble.
Yeah, just your personality, and it's like
it's hard because sometimes confidence comes off as being cocky, doesn't it? So
I think it's
kind
a
of
hard
bridge
balance.
that gap between being confident about what you're talking about and passionate, but also being like genuine.
100%. So likability is a big thing. You more like to get invited back into a room or I don't know. It's like hiring someone from a job. The amount of times people like you be perfect. I've heard this so many times. You're the perfect culture fit. You'd be great in the team. Everyone loves you. But Jane's got 20 more years experience. But she doesn't. She will never see her outside of work. She comes, clocks in, and there's some people who go to work, clock in, clock out, and it's the job. Some people go in, and it's like the friends are there, and they make most of it. And then when you leave, I think it goes to show as well when you leave somewhere like a company after like 4 or 5 years, it's like who's showing up if you're leaving drinks? If there's like if you're not even going to organise one or no one's going to show up, it's like a bit depressing. If ever the whole office shows up, it's probably because they like you and you want to be part of something. I think it goes a long way. So like you said about being likable or I don't know, like just being nice to be around or chat to. Where like, you spoke to some people and you probably had this where you're chatting to them and their eyes are like looking around the room trying to find them who's the next person to talk to. And it makes you feel like this small. You're like, great. And then you just feel like an idiot. And then but then some people you're speaking to and they're like asking you loads of questions like, well, I feel like they're interested in like what I'm saying. And then you see them again, they remember something you told them and it's like, oh, they actually remember.
They actually care
the story or what I told them and you made an impact. So I think it is important. I always ask as well, what's it like working together? Like, have you ever had any scraps or anything?
Nah, we're pretty good at working together, to be honest. We've got quite a good dynamic, I would say. Like, our skill set is quite, not opposites, but like, we're not that similar in like how we think and go about stuff, which is great because we've both got different ideas. We both do different parts of the business and we never really clash. Like, we obviously have disagreements on like ideas for the brand, but nothing crazy, and we work through it. We're pretty open with each other on what we like and dislike of about ideas.
If I come out with something and Ben's like, if Ben doesn't like it, he'll say it, and vice versa. We've definitely got a good balance, which is perfect. We just say if there is an idea, we'll sit down. If I don't like something of it, we'll try and resolve that until we're both happy, and then go forward with it.
Makes sense. Because as I say, like a big problem with like business or starting companies, it's like, you know, it's when it's just you, it's fine. Because you make the mistakes, it's on you.
Yeah,
it's your money. It's your life. I suppose then when you got a business partner, then you got to think about what if they like, what if I make this decision, it's going to affect them. Or if they've got a family, like, you know, I need to.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, you can't like risk it or put it all on red when you've got like a business partner when he's like, great, I've lost my house.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But if it's you can take all the risk, and then again, when you get bigger and you hire staff, it's like, great, I'm gonna make payroll every month, and then it becomes another stressor, and it's like the £4 to pay someone payroll every month would be like the most stressful thing ever.
There's a lot of pressure.
We don't kind of like go off and do something off our own back though. Everything we do, even down to like Instagram post captions,
It's like a joint
we
decision.
both discuss it.
Oh,
so
really?
Literally everything we both discuss.
We're together all the time anyway, aren't we? So it's easy for us to.
You're like way too much. It's like literally sat arms.
Linking arms.
I mean, by the way, the sofa is big.
Yeah.
But they are very big guys. Like their arms. I was gonna ask as well. It's a question I ask a lot of, well, pretty much every guest, and I'll ask both of you separately because it is individual. But how would you define success? Like, what's success to you? Because a lot of people say obviously money or cars or freedom or financial freedom, and I guess like those are like very like plausible answers. I mean, I'd say that. I think like I won't never think cars are success, or I think money is like a determinant factor. Like people say it's a factor, but it's not the reason. Or it's like people are like, oh, money doesn't make you happy. It's like, well, I'd rather be stressed in a nice big house with like heating and like a car than like, it's like that thing where, you know, you don't know what you're missing almost, where people who are like rich or like they grew up poor or like not a lot, and then they were rich, and people like, they're like, oh, I prefer being poor. I'm like, shut the fuck up. No, you don't. Like, what,
I bet if you was back today, you'd be thinking differently.
It's like, it's a nice thought. Like, you know, again, it's saying
easy
it,
to say once you've had it. Definitely.
Yeah, it's those people who like get like the 20 cars, and it's like, you don't need those 20 cars, mate. It's like, you had those 20 cars first. Like, let me just find out for myself. But I always curious to what's like people's like why, and like why, how does it just define like who you are? So I guess what would kind of be your definition, I suppose, or just like your version of success. Yeah, if you have one, obviously.
Yeah, I think I'd feel like I was at a point of being successful. One, for two things. One, freedom, being able to feel like I'm not tied down to, well, this is different, like I'm sort of tied down to the business, but you know, like if you're doing like a 9 to 5, it was never really my sort of bag. Like there's nothing against doing a 9 to 5. I've done it, you know, previously, but being able to like have the freedom to do what you want, go where you want, plan your own day and stuff like that, like I think that is successful. And being happy in what you're doing, I think I would feel like I was successful if I was happy going to work every day. And if you're happy going to, you know, I don't know, work in Asda and put stock on the shelves, that's great. If you're happy doing that, that's perfect.
Some people love that.
Yeah, and they love it. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You don't have to be this ambitious person who's going, right, I'm going to start this multi-million-dollar company and stuff like that.
Bros.
You don't have to do that. If you're happy with what you're doing, then you're successful. Yeah. So if your life's going well, you're happy, and
that is successful. Yeah, you are successful.
You're successful. But yeah, for me, like freedom and being happy in what I'm pursuing, then that's I'd feel successful.
Yeah, something to work towards almost. Like
absolutely. Money obviously is a little bit of a factor. I can't.
It makes.
You need money, don't you?
I don't know. I hate when people pretend like it's not.
Yeah.
It's not everything, but it does help. Like I'm like you don't. You've never seen someone crying at a jet ski, have you? No. Every time I see a jet ski, like the man from in Cornwall or Greece, and I always like whoever I'm with, I'm like, I bet he's smiling. Yeah, like I bet he's smiling. Like if I looked now,
you get binoculars out. Yeah,
it's like you don't cry on a jet ski. Like you won't like.
That's so true. Man.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I'm sorry. It's like Paul, like with my friends who like do really well for themselves, complain about, oh, poor little rich man, like he's complaining about his money. I mean, everyone's allowed to have problems, but I always find it really funny when
at least like you know your bank account's not one of the problems. Like, do you know what I mean?
It's just one thing more. It's one more thing to worry about. So I'm just conscious of the time. It's still going. It's fine. Okay. What's your version?
Go for
it. Yeah, success. So, yeah, I'm not that humble guy that goes, oh, money isn't everything. Money. So a lot of money would be like a great way to
I'd kill for money.
you know, like a lot of people have been through it when you when you're struggling. It's awful.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's awful, and that like it does motivate you. So having money is like
a motivator.
Yeah, is a like shows you're successful.
Massive
definitely.
incentive. Yeah.
But then a big one for me, which is a bit different, is like if I ever like took my family out of work and said like, right, we're set up now, we're sweet.
Yeah.
Like your mum, your dad, like paid for the house and stuff. To me, once I'd done that, I'd be like, yeah, I'm pretty successful and I'm happy.
Be able to share that wealth with your family and stuff.
Yeah, with your main family.
Yeah.
That would be a big one for me. But yeah, having a couple of O's in the bank, definitely.
It's nice. a lot of the things that like you like associate happiness with and like success.
Yeah.
A lot of it comes from money.
100%.
Like when I said about freedom and stuff like that, you wouldn't be able to be freedom to do what you want if
Yeah.
you didn't have some money supporting you.
Yeah,
so
of
they
course,
kind of all
yeah.
work hand in hand. So
Yeah, 100%.
You know, people are like, oh, I'm sweet as long as I've got air in my lungs and
Yeah,
whatever else. And
and
it's like,
it's-
which is
yeah.
true, but like, you know, when you're walking around and you're like, oh, I'd love to have a coffee, but like, oh, I'm not going to because I'm trying to watch what I'm spending. It's like, bro.
Yeah,
I don't want to be like that.
Yeah,
sacrificing.
I still got sometimes. I'm like, if I have to think about like, and I've done it like where you're like, oh,
Yeah.
don't really want to
100%,
like
bro.
buy that today. Or like yesterday, I bought breakfast.
Yeah.
Like I spent like 16 quid on breakfast because I got some like
extras.
Mediterranean eggs and some extra bacon and
Whoa.
stuff. And I got like I bought my mate a croissant or whatever. It was like $3.50.
Yeah.
Like 5-6 years ago, I'd have been like, my brother's is like this as well. He'd rather go to Tesco, buy the food, come back, spend half an hour cooking it, wash the plates to save £4.
Oh.
He's
Yeah,
quite
yeah.
frugal, but he doesn't mind doing that. For me, it's like I'm not working 50-60 hours a week to have to think about buying a flat white. Like,
Yeah,
what's the
yeah.
point? I might as well not be working. I'd rather have being like my overdraft and
Yeah,
less
and enjoy it.
And like also, it's just a bit like demoralising. It's like
I know what you're
it gets to the
saying,
weekend,
yeah.
it's like great, more work.
Yeah.
To then like save or to just do not spend it, have any money to spend it. It's just a bit like it's depressing almost.
Yeah.
So I think money does help,
Yeah, absolutely.
but
yeah.
also there's like that balance, isn't it? Like too much, too little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's it? Like where's the sweet
Well,
point?
yeah, the sweet spot,
I
yeah.
don't know. I'll try and find
I'll
out.
let you know
Let
when we
know,
get
but-
there.
400,000 a year.
Yeah, that'd be nice,
That'll
wouldn't
do.
it?
Don't know where I got that number from. But that'd be nice though.
Yeah, I'd take that.
I guess the final question would be, I mean, you kind of already answered it, but what is kind of the next for you guys? Or what's the future looking for? Like, what's the next 3 months looking for? Like, is there anything you can tell us? Is there any like thing we should look out for? Or is there anything like that? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, we can kind of like go around it. So be definitely, like we said earlier, be more available to people all across the UK, which is definitely we're going the right, like we're going the right way. We're heading in the right direction, whatever.
yeah. Of course.
And also be available in not just in the UK. We want to conquer
Global
Europe.
brand.
Yeah, Europe would be cool.
Again, we're making good footsteps with that.
Do you want to
Interesting.
say anything about that?
I was actually going to
Oh, yeah,
ask
it's
about that, but then I
happening, to be
figured
honest.
I wasn't sure if like
I suppose
yeah.
you can say about that.
Yeah, I mean it is happening. So
it's not coming out for a few weeks or anything. So
it's
Oh,
cool.
that's
and we
cool.
can always cut it out if you
Nah,
want.
so
So.
to
No,
be honest,
that's
bro, it is happening. Like it's all set in stone now.
Okay, cool.
Everything's done. So we are going to FIBO in Germany, or is it?
Yeah, it's in
what's it called?
Cologne in Germany.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah, yeah,
FIBO
yeah.
is like
It's
if
the
you Google
large.
it, it's the largest sports festival.
It's
Like an
biggest.
expo?
Yeah, it's like the biggest
massive.
fitness health expo in the
The
world.
Arnold Classic
Yeah,
times
yeah,
10.
Yeah, it's absolutely
Arnold on
huge.
roids.
It's the biggest one in the
Really?
world. Yeah,
When's that?
Yeah.
April the
10th
10th till the 13th.
Tickets
yeah.
still available?
I believe
Yeah,
so.
man. Mate, a trip
Get your
to
tickets
Germany.
now.
We're doing that with
That's
Define.
sick.
Yeah, so we've collabed with Define.
No.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's
And
sick.
they've got the biggest stand at the show.
yeah. Big up,
DJ, everything, changing rooms,
The whole
stand,
lot.
and we've got big ass fridges
Big up.
with Define and Elixir.
big up Define.
Yeah, big up Define.
That's sick.
Yeah, so we're working with them.
That's
Yeah.
You're gonna get like a massive, like a giant human version of the can.
Yeah, Ryan's gonna be wearing it,
Yeah,
running
I'm
around
gonna
in
do
it.
Like like the
Comes
what's
to
the beer
everyone.
bottle ones. Yeah. That's sick.
But that for us is a massive opportunity.
That's gonna be
it's the
insane.
biggest show in the world, and then they've got the biggest stand there.
Yeah.
So we partnered up with them, and obviously Define is a huge
Yeah, they're
brand.
global,
so
aren't they?
to say we're
Absolutely
like
massive.
working alongside them at FIBO is nuts, and that's kind of going to be our footsteps or
Yeah.
our like foot through
Yeah.
the door into Europe.
And they're killing it, Define.
Oh my god,
They're absolutely mad. I haven't got any Define.
I want to say I don't own.
It's quite new in the menswear. So
I was gonna say a lot of the girls I know who I shoot
Oh, yeah,
with, they
girls love
like
it.
even yesterday they were all wearing it, like
Yeah.
the matching.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I should
yeah.
bought you something. I'm trying my hardest to
What
kind of.
matching bralette?
I'm trying my hardest to get Define like menswear out
Yeah.
there. I'm working with him, and I'm just constantly trying to get it out there. But again, like we said with the cans and drinks and supplements, it's hard when people are just stuck to one brand. It's hard to kind of transition them into another one. But
Yeah.
we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Define will get there definitely.
Well,
I mean, they're there, women's wear
Yeah,
massively,
yeah,
but like
actually,
menswear,
say.
they are gonna smash it.
global,
Sick.
obviously, as well, isn't they? Australia, US,
That's
Europe,
so
they're
sick.
huge.
I'm gonna go. Where is
Yeah,
it?
it's-
April.
April,
yeah.
I think it'd be sick.
Cheers, guys. Anyway,
Thank you
No,
for having
thanks,
me,
it's a pleasure.
bro.
Thank
Yeah.
you for cheers
It's
for
a
coming
pleasure.
down and cheers for the energy. I'm bloody.
Yeah, let's go get a session in
We're
now.
going for a run.
Yeah,
after this.
we'll get some. Yeah, we'll get a session in. Nice one. Cheers, guys. Anyway,
Yeah,
Nice
thanks for
one.
having us,
Thank you
bro.
very
Nice
much.
one.
thank you.
Legend.